This is the plaintiff, Karen Kelly. She says she rented a party space from the defendant and also hired her to decorate the place with specific decorations and colors. Well, when she looked at the room right before her engagement party, she almost fainted. The defendant used lime green instead of apple green for the decorations, and there was only one balloon arch, and the tablecloths were wrinkled. When she complained, the woman shut down the air conditioning during the party and kicked everyone out at 1 a.m. instead of the contracted floor time of 3 a.m. Some nerve. She's suing for $1,984, the amount she's owed. This is the defendant, Ida Finley. She says she's been renting party spaces for 25 years, and this woman is so strange. She loved the room and even had tears in her eyes because she was so happy with everything. The room was rented until 1 a.m. Her party refused to leave at that time. She thinks the woman's now trying to get a free party out of her by filing this bogus lawsuit, and she hopes the judge will set her straight. She's accused of being a party pooper.
All parties, please use your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff hired the defendant to decorate her engagement party and says she got the colors all wrong. She used lime green instead of apple green. And the plaintiff says when she complained, she shut down the party. The defendant says the plaintiff loved the whole thing. It's the case of show me your true colors.
Thank you, Douglas. All right, Ms. Kelly, what were we celebrating that day?
I was celebrating pre-proposal /
Pre-proposal?
Yes, ma'am.
Pre-proposal?
Yes.
I'm old. I've never heard of that.
Yes, back then, the guys was gathering family and friends, and they was getting down on one knee.
Oh, so did he do that?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Okay, so he proposed at the party.
At the party.
Okay, well, then it's a post-proposal, too. It's not... So he just got engaged in front of everyone. He asked for your hand in marriage in front of him. So there was a party for that, plus it was also your birthday.
Yes.
All right, so you decided to rent your venue. You have a venue that rents out for parties, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, do you rent that space, or do you own that space?
No, I rent it.
All right, so is there paperwork that the two of you agreed upon to discuss this? Can I see your contracts? The one you provided into evidence has nothing on it. It doesn't have your signatures, doesn't have... price?
No, it don't have to. Okay, me and Miss Ida, we are like this. Hey, sis, how you doing, sis? We had trust in each other.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We still have
that
trust.
Guarantees that each of you have in your head exactly what the other person has in their head.
Yes.
No, it doesn't. That's why you're here in court.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah,
so let me just say, the only time you want something in writing is if it matters. So if it matters enough that you're going to end up in court, it matters. That's the importance of having it in writing. Okay, so there's this contract, and the contract just says rental charge, type of function, goes till Saturday till 1 a.m., but you were hired to do the decorations as well. Is there a contract on the decorations?
No, ma'am, it's no.
Just some notes?
No.
All right, but like balloon, then there's a dash, and then in a different ink it says to, and then it says quotation marks, don't need it, close quotation marks. What on earth does that mean?
At the time I spoke with her daughter was the one that I spoke with, and her daughter said, well, since I don't have enough money to pay for the other balloons, I'll just do the column, the arch, and that's what I did.
Wait, the column or the arch? They're two different things. I'm not understanding.
I'm sorry, the arch. She only wanted the one arch that was there.
Okay, now watch this. How many arches did you think you were paying for?
3, and I got proof.
How do you have proof?
I have everything that she opened up her book and say, pick a packet.
What is this? This is a picture that you took of what?
Of what I wanted with her.
That's one arch.
And that's the decoration.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. Ma'am, I need you to show me where there's the 3 arches that you're talking about. You said, I have proof, and then you said, here, look at it. I'm only seeing 1 arch here.
Okay.
So this isn't proof that there were 3 arches. Tell me where the packet, show me how there's some packet.
Okay, it wasn't a packet. While I was there, a conversation.
So in other words, does to, does not. In other words, you're saying, it's your word against hers as we stand here about how many balloons there were supposed to be, right?
Yeah, true.
Okay, and what else did you order?
I ordered, if you look in the picture, is what came out of her book. That was the setup with the sachets, the napkins on plate chargers, and the runner down the table.
Okay.
That's what I liked it.
So according to her, this is what you guys agreed to do. According to you, what did you get paid to do?
I did the table similar to that. The only thing that's not there is the napkin that's in the
How about the runner? Were the runners on the tables?
No runners.
Did you
on
do
the
a
table.
centerpiece on the tables?
I did the centerpiece.
Okay,
on the
do you have
table.
pictures of what you did with the
Yes,
table?
let me send the
So what the
folder.
tables had, instead of what she says she had asked for, are just charger plates and a vase in the center. And according to you, those didn't even match. They were not all the same
And the
size.
tablecloths was wrinkled.
were not.
She didn't
Hold
even
on,
give me-
ma'am.
She didn't even give me my sachets on the back of the chairs. That beautifies the party.
So what you gave her then was a white tablecloth with silver chargers on it and nothing else. There's no napkins. Where are the napkins? Like, how are people gonna?
They have their own napkins. She didn't
Who's
ask me-
they?
Miss Kelly. She
Was
has
gonna
it.
bring her own napkins?
Yes,
Did
ma'am.
people have napkins or were they wiping their mouths on their sleeves? How did this work out?
I ended up buying stuff: napkins, plates, silverware.
I'm sorry. You wouldn't know she didn't execute until you walked into your party.
I got-
So when did you buy the napkins?
When I got there with the food and discovered that it wasn't no napkins.
So show me a receipt that'll show that day. And according to you, the agreement was that she would bring her own napkins?
Yes, ma'am.
Why, though? Why would a customer want you to supply the tablecloth and them to supply the napkins? Why would anybody want to do that?
So engagement parties, weddings, is it just too much stress?
Yeah. I spent a year planning my wedding, and at the end of it, I was really happy we had it, but I was also really stress-free.
If you could do it again, would you have eloped?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would have gone to the DMV, signed the marriage license, and been like, by the way, we're married.
I love that. I love that.
No way. I think the big wedding is special. We've been married for 47 years, and I loved having my big wedding.
And I bet your next one is going to be even better. Going inside the courtroom.
I don't supply the napkins and the paper plates and stuff like that. They bring their own. I supply the chair covers and the tablecloth.
Can you prove to me what she asked you for? Why don't you show me where she signs exactly what she asked you for? You don't have that, do you? Because you don't have this written down. So let's talk about that day. You get there, and are you disappointed when you walk in?
Very.
Okay, do you tell her that, or you're too
Yes.
polite? All right, so what do you say to her?
I just say, Miss Idle, this wasn't what we paid for. This is nothing. What is this? And then I was like, look at the vases. They look like they came from Dollar Tree. I didn't ask for green. She know peach is my favorite color. I just started rearranging it myself.
Okay.
I started taking the green. I took the green tablecloth off, put it on the bartender table. So when my daughter...
Okay, so who's
When
this who dressed up for the party in your special day? All right, in any
That's the
event.
bartender. That's what's my tablecloth.
Not the one with the tobacco.
Don't
and-
start that,
Right,
Miss
okay.
Marilyn.
So hold on. This is the bartender
That's the
who was-
bartender, and I knew...
this is the green you're talking
yes,
about.
and the green was on my table, so I gave it to the bartender because I said, well, since she got on green, it'll look nice back there with her.
Okay, and this is when you walked in. There
This
was
is-
this green
that's what she
table
did.
skirt up on the ceiling, kind of
that's
decorating.
what Miss Ida did. And
then you had that taken down.
The colors are only supposed to have been in the balloon arches and the centerpiece. That's it. I wanted everything in the building peach and white. And look how wrinkled the tablecloths are. Just look real good.
Can I say something about that
Yeah,
picture,
what's
Judge?
the deal with the
I
tablecloth?
That tablecloth right there is not what we put on there. Her daughter walked in the closet with me and pulled that tablecloth out and put it on that table.
So you're saying this one's wrinkled because she changed her mind on which one she wanted out there. All right. So now you have your party, and let's get to 1 o'clock in the morning. What happens at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Maybe around 12:30, a lady entered the building. I never seen her with her before. My sister at the time was just singing happy birthday or whatever. She rudely came up on the stage and said, hey, y'all need to be out this building by 1 o'clock. So I put her to the side.
Wait, she took the microphone and said that?
Yeah, she was,
Well,
my
that's
God.
kind of a weird way to do things. Why,
No,
why
she
did that
was,
happen?
no, this
Who
lady
is
was
this person?
mean.
Her name is Samantha. She comes in and makes sure everything.
Who is she?
She works with me.
Okay,
knows
so
it's
according to you,
over.
she goes in before time. Go ahead.
I presented my contract and said, I know I gotta be out here at a certain time, but me and her had a verbal agreement for me to be in that building at 3. And she know I would have paid to 3 in the morning.
Well, if you can. I don't know what the rules are in that building. Can someone have a party until 3?
No, ma'am, no, ma'am. No,
Right,
ma'am.
the landlord probably
No,
has
ma'am.
rules about that.
It's on your contract,
No,
baby.
What does it say about 3?
It say additional.
Can you circle it?
Right there. $5.99 up to 7 hours. The charge for each additional hour or function.
Okay, but
thereof
that does
is
not mean you can
$100.
go, ma'am, okay. That does not mean that you can go past 1 o'clock.
Oh, we
that
got
means
out.
you could start a party earlier. Because there are rules in these venues. She doesn't own the place. It's not up to her. And don't sign a contract that says party's over at 1 if the party's not over at 1. So now, what happens with the air conditioning, according to you?
Well, I guess after we had words with Miss Ida about not liking the decorations, she turned the air off. Everybody started complaining about it being
Wait,
hot
are
in
you
the
saying
building.
there was no air conditioning the whole night?
No air conditioning. I had to move from my table to sit up on the ceiling fan. I'm being honest. People were sweating.
Did you turn off the AC?
No, sir, Judge. I did not. I wasn't even there at 1 o'clock.
What she's saying is that all night long there was no air. Is that what
That's
you're
not
saying?
true.
I've seen pictures of all of your guests. Why aren't they sweatier? Because for some unknown reason, you gave me 120 pictures of all your guests, which was fun to look at, but, you know.
Thank you.
All right, tell me what happens the next day. Does anybody ask for a rebate, a partial rebate?
My daughter, I say, call Miss Ida or send her a text. And don't ask her for everything back. Just say, since you didn't do what we asked for, just can we get half of the money? We was only asking for $200 back.
Which would be half of the decoration money.
That was it. That was it, Judge.
And then what happened?
She said she was going to give it back to her.
And then what happened? If you said
No,
you were going to
ma'am.
give it back,
No,
why didn't
I
you?
haven't even spoke to her after the party. It's on.
What about the daughter? Did you speak to the
I
daughter?
didn't speak to no one. Okay, it's on my phone. I got a text message at 1-something in the morning. It's saying that she wanted all her money back plus the decoration from her and her daughter. It's on my phone.
All right, can I ask you this? Did there come a time when someone said, we'll settle for 200?
No, ma'am.
It just amazed me, Judge Marilyn, that she can pull up that text message what I sent her, but can't be honest about $200, getting back $200.
Well, do you have the text that says that? Because you didn't bring your daughter. You didn't bring an affidavit from your daughter, and you don't have pictures of whatever text your daughter sent her where she settled for 200. Can I see that?
I the one told her to settle for the 200.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am,
though?
I hear you
I mean, I
exactly.
deal in proof. I would love to see something where this was settled for 200.
Well, my daughter was willing to do a video chat.
Okay, call your daughter.
Her and the
Call your daughter
DJ.
right now on your phone. What's your daughter's name?
Taquanda.
Taquanda, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Okay, I have a very specific question. Was there ever a discussion about settling this case in return for some of the money back?
Yes, ma'am, it was.
And was it verbal or was it by text?
It was verbal.
Okay, how much did you guys agree upon to be returned to you?
The money that I paid for the decorations.
I'm sorry, are you saying she agreed to pay $400 back to you?
The whole thing. Everything.
Okay, even your mother doesn't testify to that. All right, thank you very much. Sorry to bother you. All right, folks, it's going to be up to me to decide just how. It's all right. I think that there is enough evidence that what she wanted wasn't what happened. And when there's some confusion in the contract, because there's a lack of specificity in the contract, the law says that you construe that against the drafter. That means who wrote it? I know it's not what they wanted because before the party started, they started rearranging stuff. So here's what's going to happen. I'm not going to order $1,000 for pain and suffering. This is a contracts case. Did he propose?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't bail out or anything like that. He didn't say, why, there's too much lime green here, I'm not proposing. Right? No. You know, pain and suffering is when there's an intentional tort or, you know, somebody recklessly disregards your safety. It's not for this. So there's no $1,000 for pain and suffering. You had the event space for the time that you were supposed to have the event space. So what's in play are the decorations. And I got to tell you, I think a reasonable way to resolve this case is for me to order that you return part of the decoration, not all of the decorations, but part. I'm going to order you to return $200 to the plaintiff. That's my verdict. Good luck, folks.
Thank you, Judge Marilyn.
So the plaintiff gets back a little bit of the money, not $2,000 or almost $2,000 she was seeking. This is Miss Finley, Ms. Ida, as they kept calling you. You know, what about this friendship between the two of you? You say you're not enemies, right?
No, I'm not. No, I did what was right. And I know I did what was right. And I gave her what she asked for.
The judge gave you some good advice on how to make a contract and list everything. You think you can do that in the future, maybe?
That's no problem.
Yeah,
Yes.
all right, all right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. All right, Ms. Kelly, I don't know if you're disappointed in the fact you're only going to get $200 back. What do you think about
okay.
that?
We was trying to get the $200 before we came here.
Bottom line is, how was the party?
Oh my God, turned up.
It was a great party?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
And he proposed?
He proposed, and then I celebrated my birthday after that, and everything was fine.
And we haven't heard. Did you get married yet?
February of next year.
It's coming. You've been waiting over 14 years.
I'll be Mrs. Black.
Okay, very good.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. All right, thank you. At least it was a good party, Harvey.
Okay, Doug, I mean, the more specific you can be in these contracts, the better. Put a color swash in the contract. I'm serious. The more specific about everything, from the type of food to the colors to everything, the better off you're going to be.